Hi, and welcome to STL TV. I'm Jade Harrell. As our world is rapidly evolving, the tech workforce will be ready, and thanks to the folks at Per Scholas. I am joined today by Jade, another Jade, Jade Johnson in the house, who is the Senior Manager for Recruitment and approvals? Admissions. You're in the business of finding the talent, admitting the talent, preparing them, taking them all the way through. Tell us more about this program, Jade.
Yes, so Per Scholas is a wonderful program. It's going to be 13 to 15 weeks long, depending on, of course, if you want that in-person touch feel, if you're more of a hands-on learner.
It's optional.
Versus, yes, optional, or remote. We offer IT support as well as cybersecurity. To be honest, both of the programs that we offer are quite rigorous, but doesn't mean that you can't do it. You just have to be well prepared, have the time for it. But the great thing about the program is it is tuition free.
Wait a minute. So if I want to change careers, take a different path, I can do so, and it's completely free.
Completely
if
tuition
I'm willing
free.
And I got to do the work. So who thought of this amazing program? For those that don't know, what is Per Scholas?
Yeah, so Per Scholas has been around for about maybe 26 years or so.
Wow.
Started in the Bronx. They basically started off actually offering these different type of programs and services. They wanted to do things on a much minor scale. So they kind of started off rebooting and fixing computers for the community, and from there just kind of evolved. Started maybe with the Bronx and a couple other cities, and now we progressed and we're about 24 cities strong. The last one that we introduced was Kansas City.
Interesting. How many cities strong?
We're in 24.
Good golly. And so I'm wondering then, if you're having that amount of growth, you're finding the enthusiasm and the participants. Where do they go from there? You give them this rigorous training, 15 weeks accelerated. Now I can get out here and do what with my life?
Yeah, so with the program, of course, it's tuition free. There is an admissions process that you have to go through. Quite decent. It's nothing that's too hard, right? And then once you're selected to be in the program, of course, you go through those 13 weeks, for example, in person for IT support. But in addition to that, we also assist you to get a job. So, I mean, it's a great program. Now, I always tell people with that piece of it, we cannot guarantee anybody in the program a job. What we can guarantee is we will be here with you every step of the way to assist you to get a job. In addition to that, we also have partnerships such as BJC, Edward Jones, and the list goes on.
Well, those are great partners. What kinds of work can we find if I enter into this new world of IT support and cybersecurity?
Well, just really depending. So if you're thinking about more so IT support, if you haven't really been in the field, haven't went to school, something like help desk per se. You want to get your feet wet first. I know a lot of times you may see on ads and things, oh, you can start off at this type of salary, but I always tell people, keep in mind, you have to start somewhere. From there,
what's
you're
the
gonna
ballpark
crawl.
though? Like,
the ballpark to start
wage?
would probably be around 40 to 50,000, 20 to 25, $26 an hour, especially for entry level, but that's still not bad.
That's not an entry level normal rate, so that's quite impressive. So it sounds like the folks that initiated or founded this organization, they believed in philanthropy, but they're bringing and closing the gap with this area in STEM that has some great well-paid opportunities. Who are these folks who started? Yes,
so our CEO is named Plenio.
His name is Plenio?
It is, yes, his name is Plenio.
Okay, I got it.
Great man, and the thing is, he's actually came to St. Louis. He's went to all the campuses. When you talk to him, very personable. He's just a person that really wants to give back, but in a different way. It's not a lot of programs that you find that are truly tuition free, and all we want is your time. In addition to that, what we also offer is professional development. So let's say you're like, I want to do the program, but I'm nervous about getting a job. We're going to help you. 20% of classroom time, one day out of each week, is dedicated to your resume. How do I communicate? How do I negotiate?
Really?
Maybe they offer you $23 and you're like, no, I deserve 25. How do I negotiate? Do I have those skills to effectively sell myself in those interviews?
That's incredible. So how are y'all able to do that? What supports the program? If it's free, how are you able to supplement the careers and futures of folks in this way? And for 20 some odd years.
Right, right. Very impressive.
Yeah, what makes it work?
Yeah, so we have a lot of different ways that we go about it. Each city is a little different. Okay. So the way that New York is able to do it is going to be different from St. Louis, of course. Midwest is a little smaller. Yeah. If we don't have people that are willing to donate, like bigger organizations, we're federally funded. A lot of different ways that we're able to do what we do because people believe in it, for one, but they've also seen the impact that it's had on individuals that come out of the program. A lot of times we'll get individuals that they're like, you know, I've been in healthcare for maybe the last 10 years and done CNA work, and I don't know what to do because it's not making ends meet, it's not helping me and my kids. If they're able to dedicate their time and able to make it work, this is something that's ever going to grow. So
I can appreciate the value it brings for anybody who goes through the program. You have a brand new opportunity, a new ways forward. What is the benefit for the broader community or those that really should be taking a look and supporting this cause?
I mean, for one, you're not only just helping our community or helping Per Scholas per se, you're helping different individuals. A lot of times in our program, 63% of the people that come into our programs are people of color, Hispanic or African American individuals. A lot of times when you look at tech, you may not see a lot of us in those positions. We're giving people, of course, of all backgrounds, the opportunity to come into the program, but especially highlighting those individuals that maybe thought they never had a chance. So you have to look at the differences that we're able to make, not only to give people an opportunity for a new career, but people that never thought that they could really sit at a table with somebody that's in cybersecurity or even do these type of things, or am I smart enough to do it? You are, you can do it.
I'm seeing you light up as you're talking about that, because I think from your vantage, you get to see them through the entire process. What does that success look like on the other end from somebody who, hey, somebody told me to call, I want to sign up, to what you've seen this have the power to do on the other end?
I mean, I just had somebody that was in the program for the last cohort. He literally just messaged me on LinkedIn and said, you know what, I really appreciate it. I haven't let you all know. I had an interview with Wash U for a help desk position. I got the job. I just want to tell you thank you. I want to tell the instructors thank you. I want to tell Steve. I want to tell Genesis, all the team here at St. Louis. So, I mean, it's so impactful. People that didn't think that they could do it. We had a young lady before that had 5 kids. And she's like, I don't know how I'm going to be able to make this work. Even if you get into the program, and maybe there's times where maybe something happens. Life happens, right? And maybe you can't finish the program. I tried my best to advocate for those individuals. It didn't work this time. Maybe you were in a remote course. I can put you in person. You also have to think about what's the best way for you to learn. If there are individuals that want to do the program and maybe you're like, you know what, this is Monday through Friday, how can I do it? I always tell people, save your money. Just because you can't do it right now doesn't mean you can't do it later. We also have resources. We have financial coaches completely free. If you have goals financially and you're not sure where to start, we offer those services as well.
Powerful. So who's eligible with so much at stake? If someone, you know, you've got someone invested and signed up for 13 weeks, you know, that spot has a lot tied to it. What makes a person eligible that might make admissions and take advantage of the program with you?
Of course. So first, the minimal qualifications, be at least 18 years or older, have a passion or interest for tech, right? We don't really have a lot of qualifications. It's really more so about going through that admissions process, right? Being able to know that when you come out of the program, that's not the all be all. We want you to be dedicated to finding a position within tech, right? The benefits are just out of this world. Not only to find that position in tech, but also you're with us 2 years after. So if there's additional upskilling opportunities that you're wanting to get, maybe you started with IT support and you want to do cyber, AWS, you're still able to stay connected with us and do those tuition free while you work.
That's crazy. What's AWS?
AWS is more so dealing with the cloud, so like iPhone and Apple and that type of thing. But there's so many different apps. Yeah, a little bit, but that's also why.
But you got to know the right. You got to be able to find the tech, the tech support. So then, what can community do? What do you need from us to help see something like this continue to grow? Because
I mean, if you know anybody within the community that's maybe thought about going into tech and they're not sure.
How many do you take each cohort? And how
so
often?
In person we can take up to about 24. And then remote we can take up to about 12 or so.
How many times do you get to enroll?
We usually do it for remote courses. We may have about 4 to 5 each year, and then for in person 3 to 4 each year. So once one ends, we have a 2 or 3 week break and we hit another one.
Wow.
So it's continuous.
That is awesome. Do any of them come back to be instructors or support?
We actually have an instructor on the St. Louis team that started off in Chicago. She went through our IT support course there. She ended up working a job. She got a job in tech, and then she ended up being an instructor. So now she came back to St. Louis, where she's originally from, and she's one of our instructors. So.
Wow, a lot to be proud of. Send an invitation to our viewers to sign up, get close, get to know you better.
Yeah. So if you all are interested, of course, just go to perscholas.org, of course. If you want to, get in contact with me, you can email me directly at jajohnson@perscholas.org. Again, that's jajohnson@perscholas.org. If you want to call me, if you want to text me, you can also do that as well. 636-373-6472. I am here for the people. If you have any questions, I'm the person to talk to.
Well, for sure. And what a thing we share. Loving to talk about great things happening in community and for impact. Jade, it's been a pleasure.
Thank you for allowing me on. I appreciate it.
For sure. Well, learn more about Per Scholas by visiting perscholas.org.
Yes.
And you can send an email as well to stlewis@perscholas.org. They're there at the CET, 20 South Sarah Street, at the corner of Forest Park Parkway and Sarah. You can also find them on LinkedIn, Instagram, and Facebook. Of course, to learn more about our guests and find out about all the great things going on in St. Louis, just follow us, STL TV, on the socials, or visit us at stltv.net. For STL TV, I'm Jade Harrell. Experience St. Louis. We'll see you next time.